All right. So that's a little chip. All right, y'all. So good, bro. Okay, so no. All right, y'all. So today we are going to be talking about. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about what we're gonna talk about, and then I'm gonna let him tell, about himself and about his addiction and what he's going through, what he's experienced. So today, we're gonna be talking about being addicted to drugs or one drug in particular or whatever. And this topic is really, really it hits home for me because, as y'all can remember, I lost my dad to an overdose in May. So just growing up and stuff, I never really understood him, and I really resented him for a lot of stuff that I seen because he was addicted, and he was going through what he was going through, and it was just I couldn't understand it, I couldn't relate to it. And now being in the profession that I am and working with the people that I work with, it's definitely giving me a better understanding. And this young man, he's young, it's our age group, and to know that he's going through something similar, or and thank God he hasn't lost his life to it. The addiction has not killed him physically. So like I said, this was something very important to me because I did lose somebody to addiction, and and it's hard, and sometimes we don't know how to help someone who's in that position, or we don't know how to understand them. So we just don't know. We're ignorant to it because we just don't know. So hopefully this podcast really shed light to somebody and really help you to understand somebody, and really just help you to be empathetic and just try to understand. So this is Alex.
Come on, what up?
So tell us something.
Oh, how y'all doing? My name is Alex Bowser. I am 31. I'm from Baton Rouge. Been here all my life. I started using drugs, I'm gonna say, at the age of really just smoking weed. That's what it started with.
So you definitely felt, would you agree that that's a gateway drug?
Not really. I don't know. I don't believe in the gateway drug stuff.
Okay.
I don't believe in it.
So you started using drugs early.
I started smoking weed early. Cousins.
Or was it just around
family
the environment?
Members, just family members,
Okay.
One of my cousins gave me my first blunt. 11, he was babysitting me. He said I was too hyper, and he gave me a blunt. He was like, "Huh, little nigga, smoke this, calm down." And I smoked it, and I was calm. I liked the effect. So, in school, in elementary school, I went to South Boulevard, and I was just bad. I had ADHD. I was diagnosed with ADHD young, so I started with Ritalin and Adderall, 5-mans, all that. And when I was younger, I hated this shit.
Because it made you like a zombie.
Yeah, it make you like a zombie. You can't eat. You can't sleep.
You just stuck.
You just stuck, yeah. You just quiet. So as time progressed, I was acting out, got kicked out of every school I went to up until I went to Scotlandville. But in between, I was homeschooled by a lady named Jonette Boutte. And when I was in homeschool, that was honestly the most knowledge I've ever attained. Being in a one-on-one environment,
right.
You learn. Some people learn better than others.
So would you say? Okay, so as far as you would feel you grew up in that environment, from a young age, you learn how to cope with drugs or with medicine or with some type of other thing other than
I always snuck off in the beer cabinet, or I always did the wrong thing.
Okay, so At what age would you say you started using heroin?
I started using heroin when I was like 2014, 2015.
So how you got
Somewhere
introduced?
around.
Like, what made you want to do that?
Oh, fast forward, after high school, I started taking tabs, bars, Xanax, drinking lean. You know, that was just a thing to do back then. It's like 2008.
Right.
I graduated in 2008, so that was the thing to do then. Start taking X pills. The prescription pills, I had got to the point where I was taking like 10 and 20 tabs at a time, so they stopped working. So now Roxys and Oxys come on the scene. I started taking them. I used to have to take so much of it.
Because your body was already
Right,
immune
because
to
my
it.
body was immune to it. Like, I remember the first time I was dope sick, I thought I was sick for real. But my partner asked me, my partner came to the house, he was like, bitch, you took a tab today, or you took a rock today or something? Like, no. He like, he gave me one. And I automatically shook back, like, so that's how I learned about being dope sick, stuff like that.
So it was like to the point you had to use it so much your body literally
Right,
needed
your
to
body
function.
become dependent on it. Like, people who addicted, unless you're addicted to meth or coke, shit like that, like, it's a physical thing. Like, heroin is physical. Alcohol is physical. Bars, taking bars and stuff like that is physical. These
So
are
you can
detoxes
literally
that can kill you.
kill
Heroin
yourself.
detox won't kill you, but benzo detox, and that's bars, Klonopin, shit like that, and alcohol detox will kill you. Like, it will kill you.
So it's like, okay, so you started smoking heroin or snorting heroin.
I snort heroin. I'm not an intravenous user. I snort heroin. Like, I started that maybe in 2014.
And
like
it
I
has
said.
it been like a steady thing?
It's been a steady thing. Like, I get off. Like, I do the AA thing, like the 12-step programs. I tried that. I've done that. But it gets to a point where it get boring to me. Like, I done tried, but it get boring to me.
You just don't have faith in that program because you
No,
feel like
it's not that I don't have faith in it. I know it works. Because I know countless people who are sober.
But
like,
it probably don't work for you just because it worked for other people. Maybe you're some people, and this is just, I've never been addicted to drugs. I never used drugs like that. So
Right.
I can't tell you, but I can't empathize with you. I can't say I know how you feel because I've never been to that point.
Right.
But I know I work in that field. That's the
Right.
field I work in. So, but could it be possible to say like, okay, that might work for them, but you are not at the level that they are on.
Right.
We can have two addicts right here, and they totally two different people. So you might could stop cold turkey, but the other person can't do that because they'll kill them.
Right.
And because they don't have
I know
head
people
strength.
who
They
can
not,
stop. I know people who can stop who done stop using drugs because they didn't go to school, or they had a child, or
They just found something other.
they found something that
That's
was more
worth-
important to
yeah.
them. But with a real addict, like an addict, as they saying, an addict of the hopeless variety, nothing stops you from
But
getting loaded. I could be happy, I'm gonna get loaded. I could be sad, I'm gonna get loaded. I
It's
could be mad.
always a reason to get loaded.
It's always a reason to get loaded. Yeah, it's always a reason to get loaded. And like, it gets to the point, like, I've been at the point where I don't get high to have fun. Like, I get high to function. I can't, that's what I do. Like, if I'm not under the influence of something, I can't deal with people. Like, I don't want to deal with people.
Say that. Don't say you
Yeah,
can't.
I can't. I don't want to
don't
deal
want
with
to.
people.
Because you have found a coping mechanism that works
Right.
for you, which is
Right.
getting high, and it makes it easier to deal with people.
Right.
So, would you say that, because you do have a child,
Mm-hmm.
you have a child, and like you just said, like it don't matter, like nothing is going to make you, or none of, like no outside influences can make
no
you
outside
stop.
force can make me stop.
So would you say, so what would rehab do for you?
Rehab just give you tools and shows you how to go about the steps. Everybody who is an addict is void in some part.
Right.
Internally, you void. Like, you've gone through something, you done been through something that you don't know how to cope with.
So would you classify yourself, or would you identify yourself as a functioning addict?
As a functioning addict? Yeah, functioning. I would say I'm functioning.
So do you do heroin every day?
Pretty much, yeah.
So when you do it, like, how did that make you feel?
I gotta do it when I get up in the morning. Like,
so it's literally like a part of it's a lifestyle. It's a part of your life.
It's a part of my everyday life. Like, if I don't do it, I'm not gonna do nothing. Like, my body gonna hurt. It become physical. Like, it's a physical.
But isn't that, don't you have to go through that physical pain in rehab?
They give you stuff to dumb it down. They give you Suboxone and Subutex. Like,
but you can also become addicted to that, correct?
You can, and that's the worst detox in heroin.
Wow.
That's the worst detox in heroin. So they prescribe you all this. Like, I know a doctor who is a doctor for people who are in addiction, and you can go there and get down to whatever you want. Like, so I don't.
So what's your breaking point? Like, what's something that, like, where are you at right now? Because, you know, you said that you're going to rehab tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
So tomorrow you will be admitted into rehab. So what brought you to that point? I know you say, like, you've been up to the point to where you time, like, you know, but what is so different from this time than, and let me tell y'all, I just really want to just say this real quick, like, the energy, like, you can definitely feel like you are like, you know, you just tired. Like, yeah, I can definitely sense that. Yeah. Like, you know, you young, like, you so young, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I can sense, like, your energy is so big, like the girl told, like, it's so big, like, it's overwhelming to a point, because you can literally feel like this person just trapped. Like, that's what I get from you. And we never had this conversation. So we never had this. And I've been knowing you for like a year. Yeah. I never knew he was on drugs. Like, I never knew none of that.
Nobody knew. It's a lot of people that don't. This is my first time ever just coming out with me.
And just like I said, and it's crazy because, like I said, he asked me to do this. He was like, man, I want to be on your podcast. I'm like, what you gonna talk about? Addiction? I'm like, for what? Like, what? How could you talk about that? Oh, I'm addicted. I'm like, you serious? Like, I couldn't believe it. But to go back to say, like, you can definitely feel your energy, and you can definitely, and as you're talking, like, you know, I always say that I'm spiritual. I'm not biblical. Like, I can't quote you a scripture out the Bible. I'm not like that, but I'm very spiritual. And God definitely send stuff through me, and he definitely telling me to tell you that this is the time. Like, you're going to conquer this. You're going to overcome
I feel
this.
it. I feel
and
it.
I'm telling you, like I said, your
like
energy is so overwhelming, and it's to the point of, like, I can see that. Like, I can see a vivid image of your heart, like this person trying to break out. And it's just like you say, at whatever point in your life, what is going to help you is you have to literally go back to whatever point in your life that you can remember where that void happened at, or whatever bad happened to you, and you have to speak that to the universe. And to the universe meaning God or whoever you praise. You know, you have to say that out loud and say, you know, I'm done with that part. Like, you know, you have to, whatever you need to do, you have to do that, because that is holding you back, and you will never, and never is a strong word, you will never overcome it. You will never get to where you need to be at, because you still stuck in that 11-year-old. You 31, but you really 11. Like, you still stuck in that place. So until you can really speak that, you can't heal it. And if you can't heal it, then you go get somewhere in your life, but then you go always come back to this point, because you have to clean that up first. So I didn't want to interrupt you, but that's definitely something that, like I said, as you talking, and, you know, it's so important, because you are a young black man, and you just never know what men go through. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I couldn't imagine, like, you know, having to do that in the morning. Like, you know, we complain about so much stuff. Like, I find myself complaining about stuff like, oh, I don't want to work out today. Like, girl, you better be glad you still, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's, yeah, like, it's people who wish they was active or wish they, you know what I'm saying? It's some people out here who, you know what I'm saying, like, that's a terrible feeling to know that you can get high all you want, and when you come back down, you still have them same problems.
Don't even fit, like, you know, it's not, I'm not high no more. Like, I don't get high.
And you have to do that to cope, and it's just like, you know, just like I said, a lot of people don't understand because we don't do drugs, or we're not to that point. We're not an addict, or we're not addicted to heroin. Like, that's something strong. That, like, that is.
It can kill you.
Yes.
I went to my partner's funeral today. Like, I spoke at one of my partner's funeral today. A dude who, he was in AA. He was doing this shit. And he decided to get loaded. His first time getting loaded again, died. He died.
And how does that, like, make you feel when you see people that's close to you, or people you see you, like, you know, get high with, and people literally just dropping it? Like, do that do something for you as far as, like, do that make
like, it make me feel like my time coming close. Like, my time next. Like, my time could be next. Yeah. Like, I feel like it's crazy because every time I get clean and start using again, it's like death get closer and closer. It's like it get closer and closer. Happening. So
what's the longest you've ever stopped using?
Like 6 months, 4 to 6 months, something like that. Something like that. Somewhere between 4 and 6 months.
So what made you start back again after that?
Just being a Baton Rouge. That's where I'm from. Like, the minute I say fuck it, or the minute I get too mad, an alcoholic or an addict has no, you can't get mad and not deal with the shit right there at that second, because you're gonna use behind it.
Right, and it's no. Right. It's no talking it out. It's no counting. It's no like mental coping. It's just like, I know this will work.
Once you say fuck it.
So how is it as far as like relationships dealing with that? Like
me and my girl, shit. She tired. Like, she tired.
So how was it? She said
I'm two different people. Like, when I'm loaded and when I'm sober, I'm two different people.
So how was it, like, even just telling her that, or like, you know, saying like, look,
She been knew that. Like, my girl accepted me for who I was. That's one of the few people that know. Probably the only person who knows everything about me. Like, I trust her with my life. Like, love her to death. I'm gonna marry her. Like, but she just go through it. She go through it. Like, she wake up every night to see if I'm breathing. Like, she wake up at night to see if I'm breathing. Or, you know, she feel like she can't talk to me about certain shit because I'm not as emotional. Or it play a big part in your relationship. It plays a big part in your relationship. It does. Anybody who said it doesn't allow. Like, drugs, period.
Right.
Like, that shit plays a big part.
And then coming from, you know, being a person that has to accept it, and she's dealing with the same withdrawals, the same stuff, because if y'all close like that, you know what I'm saying, whatever she going through, and worse, it's worse for her because it's like, damn, I ain't even doing nothing on, you know what I'm saying? Like,
she just want the person back she first met.
Right.
When I met her, I was so she just longed for the person she first met. Like, she tell me that all the time. Like, I want to hold you back. I don't fuck with you right now. I don't fuck with the you are right now. And I can't do nothing but respect it. Like, I can't do nothing but respect it. That's another reason I'm going to rehab. I refuse to lose my girl. Like, that's my saving grace.
That's a blessing. It's definitely something like, you know, it's all part of the process because, you know, for somebody to stick around,
they deserve a ring.
It's not even that. It's showing you that you deserve to be clean. You deserve to be the man that you know what I'm saying, that you are put on earth to be, and you got to know that this ain't nothing but a testimony, and what you going through, you go be able to tell somebody when you 20 years older than what you is right now, you 40, you 37, and you say, look, bro, I was 31 once before, and I was going through the same thing, and I know how it is to, you know, cause see, us, we need people who go through the stuff that we go through. We don't want nobody, like, I can't tell you.
I don't want to hear nobody in no suit and shit talk to me about being addicted to heroin.
That ain't never seen heroin. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't know. And
we not cut from the same cloth.
Right.
I don't respect that.
Cause you don't know cause they don't know the struggle.
Right.
And just like I said, like, I've never been on no type of drugs, like, you know, but I have been around, like, you know, and I know how they can cause a void between somebody, especially somebody that you love so much, and somebody that you know have so much potential, and somebody that you want to do better, and it's just like, damn, you don't love yourself, because that's what it all boils down to.
Right.
Do you love yourself enough or are you important enough to say, okay, look, it's not even a want, it's a need, it's a necessity at this point. If I want to walk my child down this aisle when she get ready to get married, I have to do this right now, because if I don't, then I'm not gonna be able to do that. And you know, them kids suffer because they don't have to know what you're doing, they just need to die down.
Right now. Yeah, my little girl finna be 10. Like, I've been in jail half her life, shit, more than half her life. Like, in and out of jail. Like, that's the shit that come with addiction. Mm-hmm. Like, jail. It's 3 things of crime. It's a graveyard, institutions, and shit, a hospital. Like, that's where you gonna spend your time at. I done overdosed 3 times. Damn. One time I overdosed a lady named Alicia Lucas. She a counselor. She a counselor at a addiction center, at a recovery center. But Alicia just so happened to pull up behind me. She just so happened to pull up behind me. I was OD in the car. The chick from inside the gas station was outside on the phone. My phone had rung. Shit, my mom had called my phone. So the chick answered the phone. She talking to my mom, and she tell my mama that I'm OD. Alicia walk up because she see a dude like come take the dope out of my hands. He took the dope out of my hand. So Alicia telling her, she like, baby, he ODing, he about to die. Like, I was sweating bullets. I was gone, like, basically. And Alicia called an ambulance or whatever. They came, Narcan me like 4 or 5 times, and I came back. And she still talk about this shit to this day. I still talk about this shit to this day. I ended up going to jail for attempted armed robbery, a charge I'm fighting right now. And when I got out of jail, one of the stipulations of my bond was I had to go to rehab. Mm-hmm. And she just so happened to be my counselor at rehab. Like, she just so happened to be my counselor at rehab. And I still talk to her to this day.
And did you remember her? Like,
shit, yeah, I remember the fucking right. I talk to her after that though. Like, she used to check on me after that. Like, she
and
checked
see,
on
like,
me. Like,
you know how many saving graces you have? Like, that ain't nothing but God's angel just making sure that you protect it. Like, I feel like, you know, and this could be universal. Like, I feel like people come into our lives at the right time, and we say, man, it's just so happened, or it was a coincidence. It's never a coincidence. It's never a coincidence. It's already written. Like, you're here for a reason. And, like, you know, like today, especially today, I'm like, man, you sure you want to do this? Because, you know, I go to sleep, like, you know, but I really wanted to do it. And even when a problem came up, you're like, well, shit, you know, you can just come over here and do it. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is something.
Because people don't talk about it. Like,
they don't talk about it.
Especially black people. Like,
and
they feel like it's a
especially young
shame.
people. And, it's an embarrassment. And you just don't know how many people, like, you know what I'm saying, like, on here that can relate to that, or who got a daddy that's addicted, or, you know, and not in their life, and they don't understand why. And that was me. Like, you know, I didn't understand why. Like, dang, what's wrong with me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my dad
addicted too. He addicted to alcohol.
And you know, that's all that's generational curses, and at your age you're still able to break that, because you know you will bring another child in this world, or you know you will have a wife, or you will have something that's bigger than you.
Right.
So, and you already have a
I
child.
have something that's bigger than
right.
me.
You have something that's bigger than you.
My
but,
girl, like she
right.
big, that's
but you have a disease right now, and it's just like, you know, when we say, oh man, if your, that's how I used to say it. I used to always say, oh, if your kids can't make you stop, then nigga, you gone. That's what I used to say about my daddy, because he got 20-something kids. If your kids can't make you stop, can't know, because I know how I look at my son.
right.
And I know when I see him, it ain't nothing I'm going to do to jeopardize that. But that's just me, though.
But this the thing I tell my girl this all the time. Like, I don't love like other people love. Like, I don't give and receive love the same way that everybody else give and receive love. I just don't know. Like,
so would you say you're able to give love, but you don't feel like you're worthy to receive it?
No, not that.
Or you don't know how to give love? You don't know what love is?
It's just a feeling of love, or feeling, or I don't know how to explain it. But
you just say it.
Don't try to make it. I'm trying to put it in the.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to put it.
I don't.
So if somebody say I love you, what that mean to you?
It depends on who the person is.
If your girl say, man, I really love you.
I know she loves me.
But I'm saying, what does that mean to you? What is love to you?
Your actions. Well,
so
your
if
actions.
my son, so if somebody tell me that they love me, if my husband say, I really love you, like I really love you.
Do your husband's actions say that he loves you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But what I'm saying is, we talking about love, like as far as you say, you don't know how to,
you
don't receive it and you don't give it like how everybody else do.
That shit hard to explain, bro. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like,
so is it love like as an affection?
Not as in a. I don't know. That's something I have to put more thought in. Yeah,
you have to get clear.
I have to put more thought into it. Like, I have to put more thought into it. But it's people I love.
So, like, what about? Tell me some things that you feel like you have lost since being with your addiction, since going through your addiction. Like
time. I lost a lot of time that I can never get back. I lost friends.
You ever lost like material things, like house, car, like?
I ain't never had shit. Like, I never got to the point where I never did anything long enough to attain any material wealth, like, until now, like, and that was from selling drugs. Like, that was from selling drugs.
So that's something that would definitely, like, be a really, it would definitely be, like, I can't even think of the word. It would be something that is so grand to you when you do accomplish that, because then to you, you will know that I have, you know, moved on to another spot in my life, because I am obtaining these things, and you know what I'm saying, like, I am getting this, like, you seeing the fruits of your labor,
right.
You know, so that
when you start seeing what you work for, come to fruition, like, yeah, that's what I want.
And you have to set goals for that, though. Like, you know, you definitely have to be to a point where you say, look, so your short-term goal, okay, short-term goal, tomorrow, well, I don't care what happened, I have to go to rehab. You know, that's a short-term goal. Not saying you go complete rehab, because that's a long-term goal, because that's not something that I'm saying we're going to be optimistic, and we go, you know what I'm saying, we go speak that, we go affirm that, we go say this is what you're going to do, because this is your last chance.
Like, I don't have no more chance.
This is your last chance.
If I don't get this shit this time, I'm gonna die. Like,
and your life matters. Your life is on the line.
Like, I know I was put here for a bigger purpose. I know that. I feel it.
So you need to, whenever you have those cravings and you have those urges, you need to say that. You need.
Oh shit, I don't have no problem saying that.
I'm just saying, like, you have to make it to where that's something.
Like really getting involved with it.
That's what I'm saying. Like when I get mad, I say, you know what, Keevan, don't even worry about it. I gotta say it 20 times, Keevan, don't even worry about it, because I have to get it in my head. Because if I don't, after that first time, girl, look, I'm gonna worry about it. Because why you playing with me? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I still slip sometimes, you know, and I'm not where I want to be at. And I have gotten so much further than where I was at. Like, and that's why I love doing this podcast, because we everyday people. If I see you on the street, I wouldn't think you addicted to nothing, like, you know, because you don't have that look. And people see me, they wouldn't think that I try to commit suicide. They wouldn't think this
don't have a look.
Right, nothing has a look. Struggles don't have a look, except for if you literally, you know, on a corner begging for money or something.
My homeboy them used to tell me, you the freshest broke nigga I know. Like, shit. I always took pride in how I look. Like, that's half the battle to me. Looking apart. You look the part, shit. Ain't no telling what you could get. But if you look toe up,
ain't nobody want to take a chance with you.
Don't nobody want to take a chance with you. So looking apart was always something I took pride in.
So how could anyone support you as far as on your journey that you're about to go on? Or you're already on the journey, but I'm saying as far as rehab. So how would you request to be supported? Like, do you feel like you need, you know,
shit, pray for me. That's all I need. I got the rest.
So how long is this?
What, the rehab?
Yeah.
28 days. 28 days.
And where is that?
I don't know where I'm going yet.
Oh, they don't tell you.
Where I'm going. So I could decide. I could pick where I want to go, but I think I'm gonna get out of Louisiana. Like, I think that's my next move, my best move. I think that's the best option. Like, I keep failing here, so shit, might as well go somewhere else and try.
Right, definitely, because you keep on seeing like your results here, so you know what. I mean, you can't lose.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because you already losing. Yeah, that's where you want to be at. So you know, try something different. So to somebody out there who think that they significant other, or think they son, or think somebody on drugs, and they don't know, how would you say it's like a sign to know that they're on drugs? Or how would you say how someone could come at you?
Your instincts don't lie. If you feel like that, that's probably what it is. That's probably what it is. Yeah, I don't learn that your instincts, bitches don't lie. Like, if you think somebody on something, 9 times out of 10 they are. Like, you could hear it in somebody's voice. My mom and my family that got so good at the shit. I answer the phone like my girl. All they gotta do is hear my voice, and they could tell if I'm loaded or not. Like, you high, almost up, bye. Shit, it's just how it is. Like, but you know, don't force nothing on nobody. Like, I hate to say it, either they gonna die or get to the point where they tired and want to get clean. Like, other than that,
nothing could. Would you say nothing could?
It's nothing else. It's nothing else you could do.
No
for
words,
them.
no nothing. You just gotta support them wherever they at.
Like, you tough love, tough shit. My mama let me go. Like, I was homeless. I wasn't getting no money, no nothing. Like, them people been let me go. I was homeless for a couple times, man. Sleeping in cars or in my partner in them house on the floor. Like, that's a hurting feeling when the sun go down, you don't know where the fuck you finna go. Like, for real. I remember that shit though. I remember all that. Like, and tough love shit. It's
hard, but it's
hard,
needed.
but yeah, you gotta do
get your
it.
mind right.
You gotta do it. They gonna get their mind right eventually. I promise.
So what would you say is like the best way to, you know, like, as far as like, you know, if you have addiction that's like genetics, like, you know, and what I mean by that, like, your daddy was addicted to some, your mom, like, you know what I'm saying, you just have a lot of people that's addicted to some type of substance in your family. So what is a good way, like, do you feel like it starts with just open communication, just letting your kids express themselves, or are you talking to your kids, or do you feel like it don't matter how much you talk, how much, you know, you let them vent?
A child gonna be a child though. Like, a child is gonna experiment. That's in today's society, like, it's just what it is. Like, you see drug use on everything now. Like, back in the days, it wasn't none of that shit on TV and all that. Now it's everywhere. It's in games. Like, you can't hide it. But the best thing to do is just tell your child, like, you know, I'm gonna tell my little girl, shit, my little girl not crazy. Like, kids know. Kids know. Like, it's a certain sixth sense that God gave kids, that kids know when something not all right. Like, they feel it.
Yeah, I can definitely attest to that, because, like, when my daddy died, my baby was by his daddy in Kentucky, and he didn't know, of course. He didn't even know my daddy. Like, he met him one time, and when he died, like, it was so crazy. Like, he FaceTimed and he was like, "Mommy, look, it's a bird. It's hurt, but it's still alive." And he 2 at this time. And, like, it was a bird literally in his hand. Like, he held the bird, and the bird was alive, but the bird was hurt, though. Like, the bird couldn't fly. And he was like, "It's so pretty, Mommy." Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just felt like that was just God telling me, like, he all right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I always, like, my level of awareness has grown so much because of the stuff that I've been through, and I'm able to apply, you know, just, it's gonna get better. Like, you can be the best part about being hitting rock bottom is you can't go no further.
Right. You can't go
the
no
only
further.
thing that's your only option.
Your
So you always is your own worst enemy. You will kill yourself before a drug kill you.
Right.
Can't nothing kill you besides you. And that's why it's so important. That's why they teach 12 stuff. That's why they make you say these things over and over. You say the sobriety prayer so it can get embedded into your brain. So when you do have an urge, or when you do want to slip up, you go think about that, because that correlates. So with that being said, you know, it's so important to have your mental straight. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's so important to say, okay, I'm going to do this because it's no other option. Right. It's not I'm going to do this, but if it don't work, then no. Right. It's no buts. Right. It's I'm going to do this, and that's a period. Yep. I'm going to finish this, and that's a period, and I will see where my life takes me, because I know it's going to go up. Because
there's no finishing though. It's this. I gotta stay sober for the rest of my life. Like,
and you can, because you have done it before you was introduced to it.
I can. You gotta stay sober the rest of your life. Like, people don't understand, like, after you've been sober for a period of time, once you put the first one in, it's over with. Like, I could be sober for 10 years. 10 years straight and not do nothing, and slip up and take a Loratab, or...
And you back at square one.
I'm right back at square one.
10 years don't even matter.
Yep, them 10 years don't even matter.
And
they got people who in AA who kill themselves because of that shit like that.
Facts.
Yeah.
And that's why you have the chips and all that, because they want you to know, like, even a week, like, man, that's something to praise yourself for. A day, 12 hours, anything, like, that is something that you need to pat yourself on the back for.
That shit not easy, bro.
I know it's not easy.
That shit not easy.
I can only imagine.
People don't understand that shit. Like, I done had people ask me, why you just can't stop? Like, it ain't that fucking easy.
If you could, you would.
If I could, I would. Like, it done been times where I've been finna hit a bag crying because I didn't want to do it. But it gets to the point where you have no option. So how
is it like, I know you said it's physical pain, like, what hurts? Like, what kind of pain is it like?
Like, the flu times 10.
Damn.
Like,
so how long does that last?
It depends on how much you use.
Oh, okay.
Like, it depends on how much you use and how long you use them for. I know people who been using 10 years straight, like 5-6 years straight. like never detox. Like when you detox, it's gonna hurt. Like
And pain is temporary. And pain builds character.
That kind of pain.
It gotta end though.
It gotta end, but it take a minute for it to end. It take a minute, like 2, 3. Sometimes it take people 2 and 3 months to shake all the way back. Like real talk. It take people a minute. Some people it take.
So when you first got clean, like for the 4 to 6 months that you went clean, how long did it take? Like, do you still remember that pain you went through?
Yeah. Shit, it took like a month for me to shake all the way back. Like, and a lot of the times I detox was in jail, and you don't have nothing in jail. Shit.
So that's the worst, cause you feeling everything.
Yeah.
But they also understand in jail too, like the people, like your cellmates.
Yeah, your people people in jail understand what's going on. Like, I go in jail and my homeboys and I'm gonna look at me and be like, "Please go lay down." You told, like, go shake back. Like, that's what a lot of people go to jail for, to shake back, for another run, to come back out here and do the same thing.
Definitely, it's something that, you know, it's a work in progress, and I know like this time you will conquer. You go, you know, beat this addiction, and you know, you go get to a point to where you happy with yourself and happy and know, you know, whenever I talk back to you again and we go do like a follow-up podcast. And I'm going to say, so what love is to you? And you be like, oh shit, love is X, Y, and Z. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you going to be to a point, it's going to be so natural to you because you go be a different type of person. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go be in a different point of your life. So you got to change. Like, everything about you got to change. Like, in order for you to stay, you're going to be a whole different type of person. Everything got to change, So I'm definitely praying for you on this journey, praying with you, praying through you, in you, whatever, you know, whatever I can do to help. And I'm sure like everybody on here is praying, and definitely, I definitely forgot we was on here. but definitely like keep him in your prayers, and
appreciate y'all.
So how you feel?
Shit, ready like whipping. I ain't got shit else to do.
Be our nigga for you.
I ain't got shit else to do.
So what's your plans like as far as tonight? Like you feel like you gonna get some sleep, or like is it like one of them things like, man,
I'm finna go my ass to sleep. This shit ain't new to me. Yeah. I just gotta go do it. It's new because it's a different time.
Oh yeah, it's like, new. Come on, baby, we got to claim this now.
We claiming it.
It's new because you ain't never been on you ain't never did this before. You about to do it? You ain't never been on this journey. Because this journey is gonna be different from all the other times. So this is new. This is your first time. So your first and your last time. Right.
That's how you gotta go in there. You right. That's how you gotta go.
So you need to get your mental right. I'm
gonna remain forever teachable.
Oh yeah, definitely. And get your mental right. So tonight, what I need you to do, when you take a shower, or about to get in the shower, getting out the shower, look in the mirror and request what you want from yourself. You know, and what that mean is, you know, I'm looking in the mirror like, okay, I need to. Everything is a need. Make need statements. I in need. Don't say, oh, I need her to hold me down while no. It's all about you. You need to make I statements, I need statements. So I need to do this, period. I need to get clean. I need to stay clean. I need to go through the physical pain because if the pain was that bad the first time.
I ain't worried about the pain. Like,
but listen, if the pain was that bad the first time, you won't want to go through it again. So this time
that's the insanity of addiction. Right. That's the insanity.
But this time it's gonna be different because it's gonna be so much more painful. Right. Because you know that this your last go round. It's gonna be so much more painful because it's gonna be a mental type of pain. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be like, it's like, man, I'm tired, like I need this. Like, you gonna be ready for the pain because you know you need this. And you don't mind doing it this last time because this the last time it ain't gonna be no more. Right. So I definitely challenge you to make those statements in the mirror tonight or in your head and say them all throughout your journey, all throughout, every time it get hard, you know, say stuff that you gonna remember, because you need to say it and you need to get it embedded into your head, into your spirit, and it needs to be an everyday of your life. Even when you get out of rehab, I need to stay clean. I need to do this, because it still goes 10 years from now. I need to stay clean, because every day you are still an addict. Whenever you get out, you always will be an addict.
Yeah, every day.
So with that being said, every day you have to remind yourself that tomorrow I need to stay clean today for tomorrow, and tomorrow I need to, you know. So
I'm gonna not get high today. So
right,
we'll see about tomorrow.
A day at a time.
That's how you gotta.
That's all you gotta do.
A day at a time.
And if you take it day to day, you got it. I know you got it. I feel it.
My dog.
So yes, y'all, definitely thank y'all for tuning in, and definitely pray for him, pray with him, through him. Just I know he gonna do it. Like, my spirit's telling me he gonna do it. The demons go fall off of his back.
They over with.
Yes.
It's over with.
It's over with. So now you gotta say peace out.
Holla at y'all.